Hey everyone, I am Kay Gillard, the Reiki shaman, and I am here today with Leanne Cruz. I'm really excited about this because in the first instance, this interview is going to be posted up on our Patreon group, and Leanne is one of our most active members. So all of you guys who know Leanne already, and you'll know her as a Reiki master, as a shamanic practitioner, as a theta healing practitioner, and as she also does family constellations. But we've been working this month with stone energy. And been doing some stone healings and stone journeys and a little bit of stone magic. So I couldn't not ask Leanne to come and do another thing that she does, which I don't know if you guys know about. She does these stone readings, and I have not seen anyone else do stone readings like this, and so I've managed to persuade her not just to tell us about the stone readings, but to do a reading for today for our group. And it's just kind of, I guess, energy that's coming up. We're recording this as we're going into 2026. So we're coming in towards the solstice. So it will be sort of a reading for the time. But if you are watching this afterwards, there could be some magic trickery in there that, everyone that comes to it finds something that they're called for, but certainly it's going to be an example of how this kind of stuff is used. So welcome, Leanne. Thank you for agreeing to talk to us today.
Thank you for having me on here. I'm very excited.
I think it's going to be fun. I love these stone readings because when you say stones, you mean stones. We're not talking about crystals.
No, it's literally like, I guess, like pebbles, stones, proper
Yeah.
stones. Yeah.
And you gather them while you're out and about in the world.
Yep. I go out and whenever I'm out walking, my eyes are always sort of looking, and then all of a sudden, like a stone, it's almost like it will blinker at me, and I'm like, oh, I need that. And go and pick it up, and it's always like a good stone. So yeah.
And when did you start doing this? How long has it been part of your practice?
God, it's a long time. It's got to be at least 12, maybe 14 years I've been doing it for.
Okay.
So I did some obviously I did most of my shamanic training with you, but I did a course up in, Kerkerain,
Oh yeah.
Glingosney.
Yeah.
And part of that, we had to do stone readings for each other. I think we had to have three stones, and then we had to just sort of read them. And I just discovered that it was something that I'm actually really good at, because I've always wanted to be able to read tarot.
Right.
And it says nothing to me. I will look at a tarot card and go, oh, that's pretty, and that's it. They just don't speak to me at all. But stones, they really speak. So I thought, okay, I'll do stone readings. And I don't know anybody else that does it.
No, I was taught in my early shamanic training, I was taught a form of stone reading, which I still do occasionally, but I think it's different than what you do. And maybe this is more like what they were saying at Care Corain as well, was to go out and find a stone and then to sort of sit and gaze into the stone and to get, it's almost, for me it felt more like scrying, like using a crystal ball or an obsidian mirror, that sort of thing, where you'd sort of
Yeah.
gaze into it. But I don't know anyone who's been collecting them and has a collection of stones like with them that they use as a reading set. It almost feels like a rune set almost for you, because
Yeah.
they've become empowered.
Yeah. And I only like I've got a set of stones in Spain that I gathered in Spain, but I only use them when I'm in Spain. They stay in Spain. I had the same in Morocco, and this set, it's only stones from the land. I don't mix them from different countries.
And do they have different energies to each other then, those sets?
I think so. Yeah, I don't know why. I just feel like I'm not allowed to use them in different countries. I don't know why. It just feels like an honourable thing to do.
Mm.
I don't know, yeah. But it's
So
just
how's it work, right? So I know that you incorporate this when you're doing treatments for people, that you'll do a stone reading first. I presume that gives you like the layout of your treatment that you're going to do. Is that where you get, rather than journeying first? Is that where do you do that all the time, or is it a separate thing that you offer?
no, it's a completely separate thing. I do incorporate it into my healing sometimes. Like if I'm guided to get the stones out, I will always get them out. But people actually come to me for like readings of the year. So I do like 3, 6, or 12-month readings for people with stones.
How many stones? So if you're out waiting for a stone to chat you up or from a woodland path 14 years later, how many stones do you have in your set? Or does it
Mm,
change? If you get some in, do they sometimes decide they want to retire?
not yet.
Okay. It's just a growing collection.
20, 20, 30, 32, 34, 36. I've got 39 stones. A couple of bones as well, I've got.
Well, that's old school magic, isn't it? Like the casting of bones for divination. And people also use shells. I don't think there's a tradition of it in this country, but in other countries, there are traditions of using shells in that way. And obviously, lots of people know about the casting of the runes, which can be on any
Mhm.
material. But I haven't come across using the stones like this. So talk us through it. Someone's booked in for a stone reading.
So they'll
How
book in
do you
for
do
a
the work?
reading. Obviously, I asked for no information at all.
Mm.
And then I will say, do you want a 6 or a 12-month reading? And you either pick either 6 or 12 stones. So obviously it's the same, I guess, as a tarot deck. I cleanse the stones before the person comes. I smudge them, or I use Florida water on them. And I do my setup. And then what I ask is that you close your eyes and you hover your hand over the stones, and then you will be guided to pick one up. And then
Mm.
they pick either 6 or 12 stones. I set the rest aside. I set them out in a circle, like 6 or 12. And then we start, each one represents a month.
Right.
And then I do the reading. But again, sometimes I use them in my. I was just saying a moment ago, I was doing a healing for somebody yesterday, and the stones wanted to come out, and it was shown that. So I was guided that I had to do a power retrieval for somebody with the stones. So then that led on to the wider session. So I do use it like that as well, only if I'm guided to. I don't incorporate that into every session.
Okay. And so that's how my mum taught me to pull tarot when I was a kid. To when I was first learning to let the tarot deck speak to me. It did
Yeah.
exactly that. You'd hover your hand and let it show you. And before we were recording, I was just saying that's what I'm doing with the OM at the moment, because I'm learning the new
Yes.
divination thing. So the stones are doing exactly that for you, but this is like your preferred medium. What if
Absolutely.
people, so do they have to be with you? Presumably not. You can do the reading for them if they're not there.
No, so like the person that I did it for yesterday, we weren't on the phone, we weren't on Zoom, we weren't in person. It
Yeah.
was just over a text message, like, do I have permission? Yes, and then I did it.
And then off you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent. So how does the information come through? If you're, because there's the issue that I used to have with the runes, because I'm terrible at reading the runes. I still can't do it. I can use them for energy work, but I can't really. It's very hard for me to do a divination with the runes. And I always thought that that was because, you know, you're saying, oh, I look at a tarot card and it's pretty, but it doesn't say anything to me. Whereas for me, tarot cards and oracle cards, particularly, which I know that you do get on with better, they kind of take me into a visual place, which I find is a good starting off point for reading. But now that I'm working with the OM, they don't give a lot away either. They're just, you know, there's not a lot of, there's no pictorial information in there really. It's just lines. But I'm finding them much easier to read. It actually isn't the visual thing that kicks it off for me. Is it for the stones with you? Is it something visual that you're seeing in the stones, or is it that you know that stone already and when you collected it, you knew what it meant? Or can
No.
it mean different things for different readings?
So I have certain stones that can only mean one thing.
Right. Okay.
So as I mentioned to you earlier, I've got a dragon stone and it's my newest stone, and I was so excited when I found it. You know, when you're just like, yes, and it really does look like a dragon.
Are we
And
allowed to
that,
see it?
yeah, hold on, I'm trying to find it. I don't know what I've got. Oh, there it is. So I don't know if you can see it very well. So like there's
Yeah. It's got its little
there you go.
fire breathing nostrils.
Yeah, so it's got the nostrils. Hang on, I have to get it the right way, sorry.
Yeah, there
So
is.
there's the nostrils.
Yeah,
It's
and
got
the
one eye
eye.
there, and it's got another eye here that you can't, it's a bit harder to see. That the other eye is like there. And obviously
Mm.
that's its long nose. And then at the back, there's like a cave as
Mm.
well. So I knew immediately that this stone is going to represent a power retrieval.
And that's the only thing that that stone can mean when you do a reading. If that comes up,
Yeah,
it's power retrieval
yeah,
stone.
yeah. That is its only job. It has no
Mhm.
other job. Well, I say that.
So far.
Oh, I may be proven wrong. They might give me a kick and go, ha ha, watch this now.
Yeah.
But I've got another. So, like, I've got this stone, and I don't know if you can see it. It's a
Whoa.
bear.
Oh my God.
So, like that for me represents, hibernation, looking after yourself, retreating into yourself.
Yeah.
And it really looks like a bear, doesn't it?
That's like, so these are like really unusual stones that you're finding, even though they're not like shiny, polished stones or anything. You're
Mhm.
picking up stones that have got a really particular sort of vibe.
Yeah. And like this one, to me, it looks like a jellyfish.
Okay.
So again, that's got a very particular meaning when people
Yeah.
pick this. This is like a beware, a warning stone, this one.
Hey.
So, but all of the other stones, they've all got, they're very, my stones are very visual. Oh, look, sorry, I've got this one. So I'm getting excited now.
And
So
go on.
this one looks like a monkey.
I don't see monkey.
So there's the eyes. It's like its little
Oh, a little
face,
monkey face. I was
a little
looking for a whole
monkey
monkey.
face.
Yeah, little
Yeah.
monkey face. Yeah.
So this is about you need to be a bit more playful, sort of kind of thing. But all of my other stones, they have different things on them all the time. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I think, oh, I'm going to pick up, say somebody's picked up a certain stone. I think, oh, yeah, I know what that means. And then I'll flip it and I'll see something completely different that I've never seen on there before.
Yeah.
So it's a very visual thing. But if I'm not getting many visuals, I will just hold on to it and connect. And then I'll get messages.
Mm. I
So
love
it changes
And
all the
it's a
time.
physical thing then. So they're not in front of you. I mean, obviously you're saying you're laying them out in a circle. And
Yeah.
that's how do you always do it that way that you work in that circle format? That's your
Always. I don't know why, but yeah, that's
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, but they
that's how
stuff tells you, doesn't it, how it
yeah.
wants to be done. So you've got your circle, but you don't leave them there and read from there. You pick up the stone, you handle
Pick up
them.
each stone because each stone represents a month.
Yeah.
So it has a particular month. So I will pick it up and
Mm.
then I put it down, then I go to the next month until the circle is completed.
Okay, so there is something of the scrying of that really old-fashioned seership stuff, to hold it, to turn it, to look for those little cracks or
Mhm.
little striations in there that get your attention and go, oh, and then it starts taking you on that story, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
So if other people, I know that you were at Care Coraine, which for those of you who don't know was I don't know if this was a long time ago. I don't know if it's still going. I
Very long
presume it
time ago.
is. It was a long
Very
time
long.
ago. It's down on the Isle of Sheppey, as a place down in Kent that had like sweat lodges. And used to do some workshops and stuff, and maybe still does. I don't know. I don't live down that way anymore, but it's so obviously there was teachings there, and as I said, in my early shamanic training in Glastonbury, we were told to go out and gather stones and sit with them and just gaze into them. And then one of the things that I was taught to do, actually, I'm just remembering, which I always do if I do a stone divination, which is very rare that I do, is to then turn it over and ask the question again on the other side, and then get like so you get multiple viewpoints sort of from the stone. So in that sense, it was taught to both of us, you by Lynn Gosney, me by Jane Kestrel. But really, it's the stones that teach you, isn't it? Do you think this is open for anybody who's obviously the people that are in the group that we're initially posting this to? They all do shamanic practice. Do you think this is something that people can go and start incorporating into their own practice without any sort of worries around getting it right? Or
I mean, I'd test it on people before you run with it.
yeah. Don't set up shop, guys. But like it's an open path, right? That you
Yeah, I
can,
think
if it
so.
calls to you to sit and stop,
Yeah,
but then you just got to sit with the stones and learn them, I
yeah,
suppose.
yeah. You just, yeah. If you put in the work, they will work for you. You know,
Mm.
it's the intention, isn't it? It's,
Yeah.
my sole intention is to do this for readings, and
Yes.
these stones are held in reverence and they're looked after, and when they're not being used, they're wrapped up and they're placed away. So I feel as long as your intentions are good, then yeah, of course you can. It's finding the way of reading that works for you, right? and
Yeah.
and this is what worked for me. Like, I've tried to learn tarot for years, and I was really sort of disheartened. And then I went and did this course at Care Coraine, and it was just something that I just took to it straight away, and I loved it. And I was like, oh,
Were you given specific meanings of specific stones, or were you told to sit with the stones and let them reveal their
no, we were told
meanings?
to just sit with the stone and give and read for someone.
Yeah, so there's no system that you're operating from other than to learn the stones themselves and let
Yeah,
them reveal their meaning.
it's that easy.
Yeah, it's sometimes you get sometimes you just go, it can't be that easy, but it's not. It's easy if it works for you, and it's easy if you put in the time, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
how do you do it? You said you go for a walk and a stone will just call to you, and you know that it needs to be part of your collection. Is there like a ceremonial process for adding it to the collection? And how do they link together? And you've said that you keep them all wrapped and in reverence. I know that you cleanse them with Florida water, and obviously treating them the way that we would treat our cards, like you say, or the way we
Exactly.
would treat their ring.
Exactly that. Yeah.
How did you start creating your own collection? Was it like a ceremonial thing, or did it happen quite sort of
No,
without?
it was quite organic. There was no, I just all of a sudden started collecting a few stones. And then one day I just thought, oh, try to stick on you. And I did with someone, and it was spot on. And it's just gone from there. And I've just grown it. And keep going with it. And, you know, I have
Simple.
regular people who come back for regular stone readings.
Oh, great. Their 6 monthly stone reading appointment.
Honestly, every now and then I get a message and they're like, it's time for my stone reading. Yeah, of
Well,
course. I
well,
love
that's
it.
the test of it, isn't it? Because if it's 6 months later and you're like, no, that actually was helpful. Because, like, sometimes when we do our readings, and you know, I do readings as part of my work too, and sometimes I'm like, I'm not 100% sure about this. It's the proof's in the after the fact, isn't it?
Yeah, and sometimes it's like you know, I guess what you've just said. Sometimes you're saying stuff to someone, and you're like, "This makes no sense to me whatsoever," but I'm going to say it, and they're like, "Weird," and you're like, "Oh, thank you." It's weird the stuff that you have to speak, you know, and you think, "What?"
Yeah.
But it's just always good. It's always spot on. But as for when I started gathering my stones, I never did any sort of ceremony for them. Nothing. I literally just all I do is cleanse them, put them in, have them in this all
Okay.
wrapped up, and I think I just literally set the intention. Okay, these are going to be for readings, and
Yeah.
that was it. Yeah,
And you're
and I've
keeping
kind
them
of
in
run
that
with it.
thing, and it's all you ever use that for is to wrap them in, wrap the stones in. Yeah. So
They're
then it
never
becomes
wrapped
like,
in anything else.
yeah, it's like the dedicated thing. Do you put
Yeah.
when you do the readings? Do you do them on that
Yes, I do.
wrap?
Yeah. So
Right.
what I do, mine lays out, and then it's quite a big piece. So
Mm,
I'll have them in the middle, and you choose them, and I will put them like I'll ask you to pass it because obviously they've got to go in order of how
mm.
they've been picked.
Yeah.
And then I will push the stones over to one side, and then I cover the ones that are not being used, and
Mm.
then I go into the reading.
See, I think when you use the same rune cloths, tarot spread cloths, altar cloths, anything like that, it gathers energy over the years with every time that you use them. Even though you're cleansing them, I don't mean like, you know, stuff getting stuck in there. I just think they become more powerful. It's
Definitely. And
repeated
also,
intention.
I mean, you know what I'm like with sharing my tools. It doesn't bother me.
Mm.
Nobody touches my stones.
Really?
No.
And that was like a very strong really that I said there. So for clarity, it's not because I think that Leanne should let other people read with her stones. I don't think that. But I do, but I know, as you say, I know how you are with you when we're in circle together. I've seen you like hand your drum over to other people, hand your rattles over to people, like a lot your tools,
Crystals.
yeah, tend to be very communal, the tools. It is about what the tools want, I get, but I didn't know that about you. It's good to know. I will not touch the stones.
I mean, I've got to be honest. No one's ever asked to use them,
They will now. They'll be
but I
tested.
wouldn't. But I
Yeah,
wouldn't let anybody use them
yeah,
because they're mine.
yeah. And you know what though? Like amusement aside, and it is. It feels like I like the simplicity of this, Leanne. That they've just gathered and it's built organically, and you chose the wrap and you developed your own way of working with it. And they've some of them have got specific meanings, and some of them have turned out that they can mean different things for different people. And it doesn't sound like it's ceremonial or difficult or any of that stuff, but it's gathered. It sounds like it's gathered its power.
Yeah,
And
there's a
I
sacredness in them.
yeah, there is sacredness in them without it having to be all fancy that you like took them and washed them in the river and, you know, put them under the stars and all this stuff. We think we have to do really, really
I
complex.
buried them in the earth for a month. You
Yeah,
know, like no,
no, and you know, I'm into that if that's what you're
absolutely
to do. But it is good for us to remember that we don't need to do it
no.
that way all the time. Some things are ready to go. and
Yeah, I
it's
literally
the act of doing.
when I come home, the most that I might do with them is wash the mud off of them under
Mm,
the tap
yeah.
and set it on the side to dry, and that's it.
Yeah.
and then I don't immediately put it in with all the other stones. I will sit with the stone
Mm,
for a while, and I'll put it down and then I'll go back to it, and I
mm.
really get a feel that it definitely wants to be in with this
Yeah.
lot, because not all of the stones make it.
There's an auditioning process.
But some don't want to be, they've I know it's stone, but it's like they have got their own personalities, and some don't want to be in them.
All natural objects have spirit in them. That's why we can use them for this stuff.
And yeah, and because people know that I gather stones, sometimes people bring me stones.
Has
And
has a
again,
has a stone that's been brought to you ever made it into the pile?
in Spain, yes.
Okay, but not here.
Yes. But no, not here. Nobody's no, yeah, no, these are literally mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so connected to your stones. Listen, I spoke to someone recently who's had a stone reading from you, and she mentioned to me that she could feel the energy, like the heaviness of it coming in, like feel it as an energetic process. And it was somebody who wasn't in the space with the stones, but it was done on Zoom. And I've done other work with you before, so I know you have that ability to hold that space when we're working even on Zoom, and I can feel energetically what's happening while you're doing your work. It was interesting to me because this is divination work, not treatment work.
Mm.
But she said that she could feel that physicality, the presence of it, and that it was unusual to her because she hadn't had stone readings before. Is that quite normal that people would have an energetic experience while they're having the reading, or is it just because if you're working with people who are healers?
No, no, because I get it with my normal clients.
Hmm?
They have, but then I think I've always said a healing is a reading and a reading is a healing. And I think because spoke I speak that intention into my work, that is what ends up happening.
Yeah, even if people don't have like a practice that makes them feel like, oh,
Yeah.
there's energy moving, even if
Yeah.
they're people that don't do energy work at all, they can feel that too.
Yeah, absolutely. Not all the time, but
No,
but a
but
lot. But a
yeah.
lot.
How
Yeah.
excellent. So as you're
Yeah.
speaking the words, you and the stone are, I guess, working together. So I feel like they're allies that are like, okay, they're doing the work with you.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, they definitely are, without a shadow of a doubt. They are the chosen ones.
They passed the
I
audition
have chosen
test.
you. You shall work.
So we decided we were going to do like a little reading, live reading, and how are we going to do this? Because obviously the month and the timeline thing would tie us to this point in time. Can we can we ask a different kind of question? What's your feeling? You know the stones. I'd love people to, if this ends up being watched by someone much after the fact, it's still interesting as like a demonstration of how you're doing it. But is there a way that it can be phrased where we can sort of link in and have some kind of, I don't know, for it to be able to live on. I love this, the longevity and solidity of stones. I like the sort of
Mm.
foreverness of them. I want them to be able to speak through the ether for as long as possible.
Mm. Oh, I don't know. So originally, what I thought that we would be doing is like a little reading for the year ahead for the
For
Propolis
our gang.
people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we can do that. We can do that. I'm just wondering if there's like, I don't want people to watch this in a different setting and be like, oh, I don't, this reading is for 2 years ago for someone else, but it's still
Yeah,
going to be
exactly.
a nice thing. What question were you going to ask for the group? Was it a general look ahead or for advice for background, the work that we've been doing as a group in this past year, it's been very much like shedding. We were talking about this sort of, we've been very much in that year of the snake energy, this kind of shedding of old ways of being, this kind of real internal recalibration as we're stepping into a year that feels very transitional, very like things are going to change and move forward in quite dramatic ways. So maybe we can say that if people are watching this in the future and are moving into that transitional space, that the stones can have some advice, because that's what we're coming into, isn't it, as a group, is we're all stepping into new roles. Everybody's like opening to we had a load of stuff come through recently about like bringing forward the wisdom of our ancestors and bringing in all of this like soul purpose and allowing that to manifest in our physical lives. And that's why this is such an interesting time to be doing a reading like this, because what we're looking at is taking that transition energy, that transformative energy, and what can the stones tell us about making that real, about making it solid, right?
Yeah. So maybe like, what are we transforming in 2026?
Oh, yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's nice, because then it's wide enough to give advice for anyone who's in that transformative state for 2026. And I actually think it is going to be quite a big collective thing.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like
That's my feeling too.
I know, it's not just us. And so I think there's going to be quite a lot of that. So there's like a little bit, yeah, just wanted to, I know I'm being cheeky by like changing the play at the last minute, but like I feel like the stones, I want them to speak to as many people as possible. So if you are listening to this at any point coming up to or in 2026, this is that energy of transition. So the stones can give us some guidance on what we're transitioning or how or whatever they want to say to us.
Okay.
I feel good about that. Do you feel good about that?
Yeah, I do actually. So what are we transforming in 2026? I think that's a good question, and it's
a
for
really
the
good
collective.
question.
This is for the collective.
Yes.
Okay, so how many stones shall I do then?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm being told 5.
5 stones.
Five. Okay, so just to let everybody know, I have cleansed my stones before we joined. So it has all been done. They've been smudged, they've been Florida watered, they've been sprayed, the whole shebang. So I'm not missing that step out. So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna collect the 5 stones. So that's number 1.
Oh, the bear.
Number 2.
Oh, wow. Is that a skull?
Oh, it's like I don't know what it is. It's like a carcassy thing. Hold up, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how this ended up in my.
A bone. A rogue bone in with the stones.
This one, we've got the
monkey. Excellent.
and we have this one.
Okay.
It's another. Oh, sorry, I'm not very good with my camera. It's another bone.
Another bone, isn't it? Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, that looks sort of hollow rather than stony. Amazing.
But
Okay.
this always looks very phallic to me.
Yeah, it does to me also.
And then we're going to number 5. And then we have this one for number 5.
Interesting.
So this is my bear. I always call this my bear stone. This represents to me that this is about hibernation. So I feel like this first part of the year, we're still going to be very not quite ready to emerge. It's like it take this part of the year to still, eat good food, water yourself, be healthy, nurture yourself. This is a you stone. I always call this like it's a you stone. This is all about you. This is about really honoring yourself and not worrying about other people. It's time for self-care. This is a self-care stone, definitely, which is always very important to do. And a lot of us don't do that. So this is really
Especially leaders.
highlighting that fact of really look after yourself, really. Now, this one, I always say that this one for me represents is that we're being stripped back, we're being brought back to bare bones, that so that we can reinvent yourself. So this is like a reinvention. This is showing like opportunity for reinvention. Like if you've been thinking about it, this is a sure sign of like, yes, do it. It's like that's a go sign. Get stripped back and rebuild what it is that you want to be rebuilding. It's I like this stone. Bone, should I say? I like this bone a lot. And then we have the monkey. And this one always is about, for me, it's about playtime. We forget to play. Everything becomes so serious and we forget to connect in with joy. And I feel like this is a big reminder that this is the energy that we need to be bringing into 2026 as well. It's connecting back in with that joy, not taking everything so seriously. I feel like 2025 was harsh, to a certain point, and then it got really, really good. So now it's like about finding your joy again. Be playful, tap into your inner child and really be happy. Be happy. Now this one, sorry.
It was the phallic bone next, was the...
Oh, I've got it the wrong way round. Sorry, thank you.
Sorry.
This is the phallic. Now this usually represents to me this is either like the birthing of an idea, something new is coming. And again, it's quite similar to this. Is quite a fortuitous bone where it's a good sign. So obviously we're doing this for the collective. So I feel like there are going to be people out there that are thinking about doing new things. And this is a good sign of yes. Again, yes, go for it. Whatever it is that you're thinking about, it's a good idea and to get onto that. And I feel like this year is going to be quite fertile for everybody. I think in many respects, 2025 felt a little bit barren for people. But this is like the fertile part. Does that make sense? It's just what I'm being shown.
Yeah, and what I can feel in this one feels like internal fire in like a like in the
Yeah,
hands end, like fire in the
yeah,
belly, but also
yeah,
like what I can feel it right the way up to my solar plexus as you're like sitting with it. And so that makes me think about that masculine principle of that fiery direction of will, like turning thought into action, kind of forward movement. I
yeah.
like the
Which ties
magical
in.
principle.
Yeah, and but it also ties in with the fire horse, yeah, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we're coming into. So it's
Yeah.
like, yes, this is action, this is go, this is movement. It's like go, go, go.
Mm.
So yeah.
Mm.
And then this is the final stone, which we have here. I'm gonna turn it around for you.
I like that this looks so different. I like the sort of it almost looks like a lot like a slash in on one side of it.
Yeah. Well, I always say this is like a victory stone for me. It's like victory.
Oh, nice. I like that because that's the bit of the stone because you showed the full one and that's the
Yeah.
part of it that caught my attention.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the
So
bit I wanted to stay with.
yeah. So it's like it's the victory. This is this year is like is this is, I feel like it's gonna be a good year this year for people. I
Mm,
really, really do. And I felt it bubbling. It's been sort of bubbling for the past few weeks. And
mm.
I'm looking online and I'm you know listening to astrologers and stuff, things that are going, and I'm like, it's waking something up inside of me, and I'm like, yeah. And to me, this stone also shows, like, I really like that it's more white than it is dark. And
Mm.
this is representing like people are doing the work. You're clearing yourselves up. The darkness, that, and it's a very smooth stone as well. There's only like a couple of little dips, so it's showing like you're doing the work. It's things are happening. You're not as stuck and you're not as stagnant as you feel like you are. And actually remember to stop and take um time to give yourself gratitude and props for where you are and what you've
Mm.
done and what you've achieved, and that in itself is going to give you the strength to be able to keep going.
Yeah, it's not a victory that's handed to you, it's a victory that's been earned.
No, it's your victory. This
Mm.
is a you victory, like you've done this, and like props to you, you know, like round of applause to people, because it's nice. I like it. And there's also, I don't know, hang on. Oh, this is also showing. I'm going to speak this because I don't know why. This is definitely for somebody in the group.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely somebody is going to fall pregnant.
Oh.
There is going to be a pregnancy somewhere, guys. So either be careful or keep practicing.
Different kind of fertile.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So no, and there is actually, well, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but inside here it's like an infinity sign.
Okay, yeah, 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 I can see that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like you've got the victory, you've got the infinity sign. It's good. It's good work. Yeah. So that's my reading.
Oh, I like that. That feels much better than 2025.
Yes.
Goodbye,
Yes.
2025. Thanks for all the gifts, but
Yeah.
actually you need a little bit of a rest. So we're
Yeah.
starting with that sort of with the bear, this like still a massive need for like rest,
Mhm.
self-nurture, self-care, recovery. The bone, the second one that you pulled, the bone,
Yeah.
I loved that feeling because it didn't feel like everything's going to be stripped back, but it didn't feel to me that was going to be painful. It felt like you're
Yeah.
like the
It's
structure
a
is being
choice.
revealed. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like taking you to And I loved you used the word reinvention, like time to build up from like just like the bare, like the actual core stuff that you need. Then we got like a reminder to, so we've got like entering the year with like self-care and nurturing, like that very physical thing. Then everything being stripped back for the reinvention. While that's going on, massive reminder to be playful and to still have joy in our
Mhm.
lives and be
Yeah.
happy. And then you've got that. That's when everything started moving forward with the bone of the birthing of the idea and that fiery forward movement and the victory stone. Did it give you a sense of at what point in the year that comes in? My cards don't always do that, and certainly my own don't, but I don't know if the stones do.
No, there's no timeline. I didn't do a timeline for this. I
Mm.
just did it for the year.
Yeah, so I guess
Um,
maybe it's going to be different for
and
where
I think
everyone is in
because
their
it's for the
process.
collective,
Yes.
you're gonna know. It's like what this is showing me, like these last, especially these last two stones, is you're going to know it, you're going to feel it, and it's like it's a different everyone's going to have a different confidence this year. It's like
Mm.
there's going to be like a surety in choices, it's like yes, it's like the owning of stuff. I think that's what's trying to come in this year from what we've just looked at
Mm.
here, is the owning of it and the taking, and I am going to do this, and this is your victory, and I've done this. And yeah, it's just this slow build of confidence that's going to allow us to propel forward in whatever way it is that we choose.
Mm.
And I know even like with this stone, it's not, it doesn't necessarily, this is not necessarily saying, that you're going to start a business, or it's going to have a different meaning for everybody, but you will know the meaning when the time comes.
Mm. Oh, I like it. I'm so glad it's good. I've only done like preliminary journeying for 2026. I have tried not to get too far ahead. I'm trying to like be more centered. And it looks good to me. It doesn't look like it's going to be easy or relaxing to me. I still feel like it's going to be work, but not the kind of work where you're treading water, but the work where you're actually moving forward is my feeling about it. Like it's going to be a good bridging year. But
Yeah.
this is the first sort of thing. I haven't sat with any astrology or anything like that to see what the energies are. So this is the first thing I've seen. I was going to be like Leanne Cruz. You tell me bad things with your stones. So I'm so glad that the stones
No,
little
I
reminders for self-care and stripping back, but then it's all like forward movement from that
absolutely,
place.
absolutely. There was no, don't get me wrong, we're still going to continue to do our work, and we still need to show up and do what we need to be doing. But from what I can see, it's not going to be that slog that we've had. I
Yeah.
feel like this is 2026 is going to get lighter. 2027 is going to be even lighter. Like it
Yeah.
feels like we're on like an upward stream of getting lighter, and
Yeah.
it's needed.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a good reading. Thank you. I enjoyed that. That's good energy. And, I don't know whether this will translate for people who are watching it after, but I really did feel stuff in my body, particularly with that the other bone, and the victory stone felt quite
Mhm.
energizing as well. And I did get like a little tingle from the second one, the stripping back and reinvention. I got a real sense of positivity from that, even though
Mhm.
that can be read negative. It didn't feel like that at all. Not negative,
Yeah,
but hard. It didn't feel like that.
yeah,
It felt
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. So it'd be nice if anybody else can put up comments and
Yeah.
share their experiences of what they felt. I'll be interested to see what comes up. And if
Yeah.
anybody's got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Absolutely. How can people contact you generally out in the world? You're on the Instagram.
On the Instagram, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram. Um, I am on. That's kind of it, really. WhatsApp.
Yeah, you're mostly on
Yeah,
your
yeah.
Instagram. It's under your name, isn't it, Leanne
Yeah,
Cruz?
so it's Leanne, and then it's like lower,
underscore.
that's it, underscore, but it's two underscores and
Ah,
then Cruz, Cruz.
there we
Because,
go. Double underscore, my friends. I will put
yeah.
a link to Leanne's Instagram page.
And I
And
think
people
I've got
can
the
catch you.
same name on Facebook as well.
Yeah, you do the same as me though, don't you? Post to Instagram and then it
Yeah,
picks up on
yeah,
Facebook. Yeah, that's what I do as well. So I miss entire things that happen on Facebook. I don't even see it, and I'm like, oh, sorry, guys.
yeah.
I will put the link to your Facebook and to your Instagram, so that people can get in touch with you directly. If you are watching this on my Patreon, then please you can put your comments, and Leanne will see them, and any questions or anything that come up. And yeah, thank you, Leanne. This has been really lovely. Um,
Oh, thank you for inviting me. I really enjoyed it. I was really nervous, but actually, I've enjoyed doing it. I
of
think once you
course,
get
you
into it, you're all right, aren't
this
you?
is
It's
just you
just,
do this work every day. You do this work
yeah,
all the time.
I know, but it's
Just
still like,
strange to do it with a camera in your face. I know, I know.
yeah,
But
yeah. But I
thank
actually
you.
really enjoyed it, and I think you tap into your passion anyway, don't you? Once you start,
Yeah, once you start showing it. Thank you
yeah.
for sharing your stones with us. Guys, if you have questions or if you want to get in touch with Leanne for a reading, comment or get in touch with her on the links below. And yeah, let us know how 2026 is going if you're watching this in the future. I feel like this is going to be something I'm going to be referring back to as the energy for the year. So, guys, let me know how it goes for you. And thank you again, Leanne, for doing your stone
Thank
reading, sharing
you.
the process with us.
Thank you very much.